few weeks ago, we published a video where we asked for your questions about our soon-to-launch Citta backpacks. And in this video, I'm gonna rapid fire answer as many of them as I can. Oh, and quick reminder, if you want a deeper behind the scenes look as to what's happening, not just with these bags, but all Firo bags, you can do so with the first link in the description. That's the Firo Insider newsletter. Hope to see you in your inbox. Let's talk about these guys. All right, first question. Hey, I was wondering, does the Citta backpack kind of render the T22 obsolete? Now that the Citta backpack is coming, is it basically an upgrade to the T22? I just hope that this doesn't feel like a spit in the face to T22 owners. Totally understand that perspective. So A, no, the Cittas are not upgrades to the T22. And B, no, this is definitely not a spit in the face to T22 owners. The T22 is a feature-heavy masterpiece. This bad boy's got removable water bottle holders, expansion, a one-of-a-kind front hatch lid experience. It's a maximalist feature-heavy backpack, and it kind of is in its own category because of that. But not everybody loves the look and functionality of the T22, so we wanted to offer the Citta as a minimalist alternative. I cannot thank all the T22 owners enough for supporting us in our initial Kickstarter. Without your guys' support, we would not be here launching new bags today. Next up, I've been debating getting this or the new Air City Pack Pro 2, great bag. Is it possible for you to show us the green colorway, how it looks up close and with the copper inside? Absolutely. So I don't have the Citta in green with me right now, but I do have the Levo 36 liter in green, and it's the exact same fabric, the exact same colorway. Obviously just with the Citta, it's gonna be smaller. Remember, for the launch, only the 18 liter version of the Citta will come in sage and black as well. You can see the green has like a minty, fresh, almost pistachio-esque look to it. And it's complemented perfectly by the interior copper lining. Hope that answers your question. Next up, not sure the measurements of the new bag look right. 25 liter Citta. You can see we're just about 17 inches height and a back panel width of 12 inches and around 8 inches depth. And for the 18 liter, got a height of 16 and a half. Back panels just under 11, and the base depth is around 7 inches. Catch, Tav. That monster's paying off, nice. He's astonished that he caught it. Next up is a comment. Does the 18 liter fit two 16-inch MacBook Pros? Or in general, what's the max capacity for the laptop compartments? Let me show you. If you're looking for a bag that can do two 16-inch MacBook Pros, the 18 liter is not gonna work for you. As you can see, the laptop compartment is its own independent sleeve. And because of this, it's allowed us to cut down significantly on the weight of the bag, but it also constricts the laptop size. So you can see on the 18 liter, a 16-inch MacBook Pro will be a no-go. The biggest you're gonna be able to go is a 14-inch MacBook Pro, which slides in perfectly. And if you are a non-MacBook user and you just want the actual dimensions, we're gonna put them on screen right here for you. Now also keep in mind, we have a sleeve in the main compartment. This sleeve is against the actual tech compartments. There's a lot of padding here. And this sleeve by itself can fit up to a 13-inch MacBook Pro. Yeah, it's got a little stretch to it. I don't know, the 16 ain't gonna work. Yeah, no, not gonna recommend it. You are going to murder that material. So smaller bag, smaller laptop. And then for the 25 liter, these are the laptop dimensions. And you can see that perfectly accommodates a 16-inch MacBook Pro. But that MacBook Pro size will not fit in the sleeve. Let's see, oh yeah, 14-inch is in there, no problem. And the good thing is if you do want to fit a laptop in here, you can see that there's quite a false bottom here. Definitely really, really nice tablet protection. And you know, that's a good question to have. I wouldn't not recommend it. As you can see, it works. You're gonna have some difficulties getting to it with the panel of the main compartment right here.
There's the Velcro.
You're right. And if you wanna get real weird with it, the laptop compartment is actually connected via Velcro. And you can de-Velcro this section, which then gives you access to your laptop and or tablet from this sleeve. Actually, wow. Here we have another example. Tab, good eye. Engineer, there you go. Those engineering classes paid off. So as you can see on the 25 liter, if you undo the Velcro, you can get your 16-inch MacBook Pro here and your 14-inch MacBook Pro here. Not something we're gonna actively advertise, but if you know, you know. All right, next up, how large is the top quick access pocket? How many cap 0.5 liters can fit inside? Got an Evergoods cap 0.5 right here. One of my favorite tech pouches ever. And then it also fits in the 18 liter in the top shelf tech compartment, which means absolutely fit in the 25 liter as well. My favorite part about the bag are these 1-2 punches. There's just so much that you can carry at the vertical most point of the bag. And then with the design, it's aligned with the laptop zipper so it stays upright. It doesn't compromise the bag self-standing. These 2 pockets just freaking rock. All right, next question is asking, with the material difference, is the Citta going to be a tight 25 liters? I just figure, let's give you guys the actual capacity of both right here, right now. Showtime! Let's go, dude. Starting with the 18 liter. So packable. All right, so let me explain the situation and go compartment by compartment. As you can see, laptop compartment, nothing in there, but we did fill up the top tech shelf. I filled up the top quick access pocket, filled up the entire front panel, and the main compartment. But should be noted, we didn't go all the way to the top because one thing about this bag is if you've got these compartments fully packed out, you're gonna lose some packing space at the top of the main compartment, but this is so much more intuitive this way. So let me give you the breakdown compartment by compartment. Let's start with the top quick access pocket. Seriously, every ball counts. All right, for the top pocket, we're coming in at basically 1 liter of space on the dot. For the tech shelf, getting, let's call it half a liter. For the front compartment, we're at around 4 liters. So we're at 5.5 liters now. And then we do the main compartment. Tav, come save the day. So as you can see, we're just under 20 liters. Right around the 18 mark. Now for the 25 liter. All right, top quick access pocket, just under a liter. Now the tech shelf, we're coming in at under half a liter. These pockets, remember, are kind of fighting with each other. So this time I packed out the main compartment a little bit more full than I did with the previous bag. So that means that there was actually less space up here. There's a little bit of a song and a dance with it, but the overall capacity ends up usually being around the same. We got about 4 liters capacity in the front pocket. All right, the grand reveal. Make it level. Okay, let me use the pokey thing. So as you can see here, we are at 25 liters basically on the dot. And keep in mind with the different compartments, it's not always consistent because it depends on how you pack it out because these compartments are fighting for space with each other. But like Tav just said, it doesn't really matter how you add it up. 2 + 3 = 5, 4 + 1 = 5. You still are gonna get to 25 liters. Just depends on how you pack it out. All right, next question is, what is the inner material on the top quick access pocket? Let me just run you through both top quick access pockets. The one on the outside of the bag is a microfiber lining. It is soft, and it's literally a fabric that you can clean your sunglasses with. It's a different level of quality. And then, in the tech shelf, it's using our custom copper 100D ripstop nylon. Reason being is that tech shelf is a little bit deeper, and it can be a little bit darker for that reason. So the copper nylon helps to create a little bit of a high vis interior, making it easier to find what you put where. Next question, will there be a vault? I personally feel every Fire bag should have one, not on these two. Currently the vault is only on the T22 and the Levo 36 liter, but in our sampling, just where we're at with the feature set for the Citta, it just felt robust enough. Next question is asking about Firo, packing cube, compatibility. Test it out. So for the 18 liter backpack, we've got the large Fire packing cube fully packed out. You can see, very nice fit. And you can definitely get a second cube in there as well. Remember guys, packing cubes are soft goods. Oftentimes people are like, oh, but the size of the packing cube is like a ½ inch larger than the width of the backpack. They're packing cubes. We use a 30D nylon on these bad boys. They're so malleable. But for the 25 liter, Will they also fit? Let's find out. Can we get 3? So I've got 1, 2, 3's gonna be a little tight, but we can totally make 3 packing cubes work. We're pushing the bag a little bit. The 25 liter is getting a nice little stretch, but actually, not too shabby. Next up, opinions on a front quick access pocket like Able Carrier Evergoods. I know it changed the aesthetic, but I feel like there's still some room for innovation in that area, maybe on future Citta bags. So yeah, like, if you follow me on Nomad Nation for a while, you know that I am quite obsessed with quick access, and it's because I'm extremely lazy. Which is why we have 2 quick access pockets. We got the zippered back panel pocket, great for your wallet, passport, or boarding pass, really just for flatter items.
That was not flat.
And it's not even the flattest. So this pocket is, it's got a lot of room because we just made it so freaking tall because we want it to actually be functional. And just to show you how big it actually is, we're dealing with almost 9 inches in height. But not everything that you want quick access to is flat. So that's what the second pocket is for, which has a bit more depth to it. At the top, we have a key loop right here, which makes it an ideal companion for your key leash, possibly the premium Fire retractable key leash. But also, it just has more depth built into it. So for me, I'm always putting my packable tote in there so I can grab it real fast if I gotta go grocery shopping. You can throw your hard shell sunglass case in that pocket. You might even be able to get some umbrellas in there. It's gonna depend on what size your umbrella actually is, but you'll see this one, nah, actually, yeah, okay, we're able to technically get it in there. Not advertising it as a dedicated umbrella pocket, but you can see it can be done. But that's on the 25 liter. The 18 liter is gonna be a little smaller. Back pocket is 8 inches tall. The side pocket is around 9 inches tall, but still perfect spot for your packable tote and your sunglasses. So at the end of the day, quick access was an enormous priority when it came to the Citta backpacks. For me, I think it's a little gimmicky sometimes to grab bigger things from a side pocket like that, which is why we have the deep front compartment, which for me is where I'm putting my bulkier bits of gear, like my headphones, etc., etc. Next up, can you elaborate more on the pros and cons of X-Pack? I've heard people dismiss it because it can delaminate over time. Should I go for a Cordura nylon fabric for longevity? I think both fabrics are going to be equal in their longevity. And we chose VX42 for the Citta 25 liter because it's the most abrasion resistant. Delamination will likely not be an issue. But aside from that, pros and cons with X-Pack. X-Pack is going to be more weather resistant than Cordura will be. It's going to be a little bit thicker, therefore giving the bag a bit more structure. And it's also going to have that X grid that people are either gonna love or hate. And speaking of love or hate though, there's one thing you gotta be aware of with X-Pack, and that is the fact that because it's technically a plastic material, there's a bit of a X-Pack crunch. Yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, it's just a masterpiece of a fabric. My heart is a little bit more with the Cordura. It does have a bit more malleability to it. They're both gonna stand the test of time. It just matters what you prefer. Just pick X-Pack if A, you like the look, or B, you really need a bit more extra weather resistance. But for most people out there, the Cordura will be perfect. Next question, what if any pockets have PU coated zips? None. This is a PU zipper free backpack. All the zippers are YKK reverse coil, and that's because YKK has actually agreed to a special request from us to add an additional DWR spray on these zippers. To be transparent though, any DWR spray will wear off a bit over time, but ultimately my priority was easier zipper access and no peeling zippers. Any security features? A few, yes. First of all, we relocated the AirTag slot from where it was in the Levo up here to now inside this zippered pocket right here. So you can keep your tracker nice, safe, and secure. Also, for the laptop compartment, main compartment, and the front compartment, we have double zippers, each with a steel O-ring, making them very lockable. Are there any particular reasons you have eschewed, I don't know how to pronounce that word, the addition of loops or similar attachment points on your bags? I feel like they add a lot of flexibility. They can be huge value adds for very little weight. I get that. A lot of people like external attachment points on their bags. And at Fire, we're just trying to keep things clean, really minimalist. Having said that, we do have lash points. You got the front logo, one on each of the shoulder straps. We've got a new lash point next to the water bottle holder. Top handle is very clippable. We've got waistband loops here, and every single zipper comes with our signature steel O-ring. which is also prime real estate to clip things onto. I shall showcase.
Demonstrate.
See right here? Those O-rings, they're actually sneaky awesome. They can do a lot. All right, next up, will you ever do another internal lining other than the copper? Yes, at some point in time, but we just can't at this point in time. And don't get me wrong, like, I want to be able to offer like a cool blue lining and like a crazy red lining and also like a standard gray. But as a new bag brand, A, it's just too hard with minimum order quantities. And also B, as a new bag brand, like we want to make our mark, and our signature copper nylon interior has done just that. It's just given Fire bags a signature look, and I'm really proud of that. I love this copper interior so freaking much. Good business question here. I'm curious about order quantities at your scale. How do you determine it, and is there really significant cost reductions as your order quantity goes up? Also, does being located in HK give you any advantage dealing with suppliers? So being in Hong Kong doesn't give us any advantage that I've experienced yet. The only advantage being I'm closer to the action. I'm just a 45-minute train ride away from Guangzhou, which some of the other world's most best backpack factories operate out of. So in theory, you know, I could start to take advantage of that and make some trips over there with Firo and, you know, looking to potentially have more versatility with our supply chain. But at this point in time, it's not something we're looking into. And then for your second question, shockingly, no. It doesn't matter if we buy 600 bags, which is the typical MOQ, or if we buy 6,000 bags. At least in Vietnam, based on all the factories that we've spoken to, always stays the same. So there's no real cost savings from that perspective when you actually scale up. Next question, how big of a bag would you say you need to carry a body?
Depends on the body.
Hey, I guess it depends on the body, you know?
Goldfish.
Is that a threat? Any plans to make one that big? No comment. Next up, any hints to when Citta is coming out? Right now, we have a tentative launch date of June 10th. Tentative though, we're gonna do our best to hit that, but basically early to mid-June. Hopefully we should have the final date solidified somewhere in May. All right, last question. What's the best carry-on rolling luggage to match the 18-liter personal size? Honestly, really any suitcase. Well, most suitcases. If you got one of these wide mouth handles, it's not gonna work with the luggage pass-through holder. This plus this equals not having a good time. But if you're using a typical size suitcase, is the standard 6 inches, then this will be an ideal fit for the 18-liter, but also the 25-liter. We did it, Tab. That was a lot of questions, but I'm happy to answer any more that I may not have answered here. So if there's anything else that you're curious about, minus body bags, just let me know in the comments below. I'll personally answer as fast as I can. And if you want to see the Citta backpack in all of its glory, I run through the entire golden sample in this video here. Be sure to check it out. Let me know if you have any other questions, and thank you guys, as always, for watching this journey. We'll catch you next time.